Hey guys, bet you're wondering why I'm wearing my jammies in this one. What the last video that we're going to do is we're going to look at dealing with what happens when a person is not grabbing onto your body, but they're using your clothes like a handle in order to move you around, stuff you in control so that they can strike, or again, if they have a weapon, they can stab, they can hit you with a bat. So we can look at a couple common and dangerous responses that people have and how to avoid those and turn things in our favor. So here are a couple grips that are very common. He grabs onto my lapel here and he just starts throttling me with his hand. Bang, bang, bang. If there's a weapon in that, it gets even more dangerous. Maybe he grabs on with both hands and he's bouncing me into stuff, or he's headbutting me. Okay, he's a soccer hooligan. Or if I'm wearing a hoodie or I'm wearing a heavy jacket, he may just grab the back of the lapel, stuff my head down, and start firing punches and knees. The danger, and well, let me back up. The reason we're wearing these is if we did it with just t-shirts, eventually our shirts would rip, we'd have to keep switching things off. Using a jiu-jitsu gi top allows us something durable that we can practice with, and then we won't be able to rely on, well, the shirt would just rip, because it may not be a shirt, it may be a jacket, okay, maybe denim. So we want something sturdy to train with so we can actually try this stuff out. So we look at the first attack. He grabs on with this hand and he's punching with this hand. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab on here, I'm going to turn my elbow up, and I'm going to drive my hand down. So my angle of my fist is this way, thumb down. I'm driving it down across his neck so that I can use my leverage in my position to strike from. If I had a weapon on me, I could also draw that as well, because I'm using one hand. So if he grabs on and he's firing shots, bang, 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 I cover first because I don't want to eat a bunch of shots and I don't know what's in his hand. And then I grab his lapel, turn it up and over, and start getting to work. If he was wearing something that I didn't, that ripped, or was wearing, something thin, then when he grabs on and he's firing, I may just grab his head, drive my elbow up, and kind of pin his head while I'm trying to strike here. The next one we want to talk about is when he grabs onto both lapels. I may be able to move in here. Again, I could strike in here, but when you look at the dynamics of how stuff happens, he's not going to walk up with the zombie approach and go and hold on. We'll take one step because we don't want to drive off camera. But if I'm the assailant and I'm grabbing onto this guy's lapel, I'm very angry. So chances are I'm driving him across the room much more violently. The idea that you're going to throw nice combinations when somebody's hitting you that quickly with that much weight and force is not something we want to rely on in reality. So I need to stabilize my position, control it, and then work to counter. So when he grabs on here, maybe I can grab on and try and fight this off. But another option is for me to take my head offline completely. So I'm going to duck my head through and turn. We can go back to that control we showed in that first video and take him down from there. Let me show you from the other side. If he grabs hold here, I can bring my head through and go around. I have a couple options actually. So he has a grip here. I can flare them both up and then stuff his head and work to choke. This isn't a video about cloth chokes, keep an eye out for that one. But there's a couple options I can do as far as choking in that position. Our last one, we got into a fight. He grabs the back of my lapel and stuffs my head down. Now, the reason this causes such a problem for people, if I'm a woman, he may be grabbing onto my hair, a guy with long hair. He may be grabbing on the hair and doing the same thing. Instinctively, when someone's stuffing your head, we want to back out. We're trying to disengage, then maybe we go back in. But I'm trying to back out and get free. Sort of like if you grab a dog by the collar and try and take it in to go give it a bath, it sits down and it backs out. That's what we do. Once you realize that that's not the most efficient way to deal with this, you'll have better options. So when he grabs here, rather than me trying to back out while he's kicking me in the face and stabbing me or whatever, I'm going to move towards that arm, just like we talked about before, and come up into a dominant position. Once we start getting a feel for this, you can actually go live, so you can put the gear on, put on some MMA gloves, put a mouthpiece in, and work nice and light and kind of see what comes out. What you'll find very quickly is that sitting in the middle there exchanging punches is not very fun, and the safest thing for me to do is to work to re-establish control by focusing on position and leverage, and then getting into a situation where I can dial things up if I need to and go to weapons, or I can dial things down and control, or best option is just completely disengage and not have to deal with it. Thanks for checking out the videos.